Our study session. Councilor Green.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item A. If there's no questions, that item's ready.
Thank you. I have item 9, and I'm going to call that ready. Councilor Thompson.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 10 through 13. Item 10 is being held. Number 11 is an amend we spoke about the other day. 12 and 13. If there's any questions on any of these, councilors, let me know. Otherwise, these are ready.
Thank you. Councilor Rudd. Oops, Councilor Bay.
Thank you.
Go back.
I have item number 14. If there are no questions, I'll call that item ready.
Thank you. Councilor Rudd.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 15 through 18. 15, the transfer of funds. Mary, are we making any progress on that or just hold it? Okay, that will be held. The annual estimate, we just post and hold.
You have to hold.
Yep.
You have to hold this one.
17 is ready and 18 is ready. And I have a waiver item at the end if you want me to describe it now. I have a waiver item at the end.
So you're holding 16, 15 to 16?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Green.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 19 through 26. Item 19 will be held for public hearing.
Excuse me, Council, we have to move 19 and hold 20 and 21.
Okay. So, okay, we'll move 19, hold 20, 21 for the public hearing. Item 22 and 23. So these items, we're in the midst of scheduling a committee meeting to discuss kind of future years of adding transparency to this process. But barring questions from my colleagues, I would move it for today's meeting. Okay. And then the remaining items are ready.
If we vote on it as is, item 23, does that mean the list is set in stone?
So I don't know.
Well, it can be amended, but I recommend if you think you're going to amend it, to just hold it until you get it adjusted.
So, one Commissioner.
What's the question again,
The question was for the street reconstruction stuff. I know we were all very curious to learn a little bit more about how certain streets become priorities over other streets. Would there be the possibility to put in that further discussion if we, say as district councilors, I've had a lot of constituents reach out to me about particular streets. Would there be any room for discussion about prioritizing certain streets above others?
This year?
Yeah. It's already
That,
locked
yeah,
in.
that would take some time. So unless we want to push it back out and chance the fact that we won't finish the list,
So, Councilor, one of my perspective on it, and obviously you can have a different one, but what I want to do is look at the process going forward so that next year we have the kind of transparency and look at it. I think that if we were to open it up now to say, argue for the street near my house or vice versa,
Right.
that it is a difficult process that I think would hold up construction. But I do want to have more public input going forward for future years so we can kind of have a better process.
that may work right there. That works better than changing the list of this year.
Yeah, because some of these
Makes
streets
sense.
were actually asked for before you came. That's
Exactly.
just made the list.
Some of them are carryover, so.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Just curious about process.
One
That makes
other
sense.
question, Commissioner. This year's streets, did we do all of them, or are there still some left, or how did that play out?
I'm confused.
Budget
20.
we're currently under, are there any streets left from last year's?
Yeah, there's, what, Midland?
We have 3 streets.
Okay. You name them. Want to know it? Tell me.
Lori Ayako, DPW Fiscal Officer. We have 3 streets left from last year, and we have 3 streets that we're doing curbing on.
And they are?
Grant Boulevard, Lemoyne Ave, Park Street, And then we have Wait a minute, I got my carryover sheet. Grant Boulevard, Berkeley, Wilbur, and Ackerman are leftover streets we're doing.
So do you know when those will start?
We start April 15th.
But they'll be the first ones before this year.
If they don't have a lot of curbing first, if we're ready to get them done, yes. Kevin had a list of which was going first. I didn't get that list.
Okay.
The process for that is we normally go down the street to make sure everything's correct before we start paving. So we try to do a street that takes less work and less time first to get that out the way. So we can't, I mean, I think I can give you the list of what he's thinking about, but right now, it's nothing set in stone, you know.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Madam President.
Councilor Carney.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item 27, and that's ready unless anyone has any questions.
Thank you. Councilor Lovejoy Grinnell.
Thank you, Madam President. I have item number 28, which we are going to hold, Councilor Rudd and I are going to hold a joint finance and schools committee meeting on that issue. We need a little bit more information. I've directed some questions to Kelly Haggerty in engineering to get back to us on some remaining questions that councilors had. I think if we went forward on a vote today, we wouldn't have the vote. So we all agree we want to have Fowler have a field. So we want to get those questions answered for the councilors before we can proceed. Thank you.
I see that there's a contingent from the school district. Is there any way we can get any of these questions answered now? Or?
I'm happy to entertain any thoughts that school folks have here, but I think that the questions were directed to the engineers. I addressed them to Kelly Haggerty here. She addressed them to the construction and engineering firms. So I think that a hearing is probably a better format for those questions to be answered, but okay. If anyone else has other thoughts, I'm happy to hear them. All right.
We also have number 29.
Yes. Yes, and that's ready?
Thank you. Councilor Allen.
Thank you. I have items 30 through 77. Item 30 will be held. 31 and 32 are ready. 33 is ready. Uh, 34 and 35 are both ready. 36 is ready. 37 is held. 38 is ready. 39 would be withdrawn. 40 is held. 41 is held. 42 is ready. 43 is held. 44 is ready. 45 and 46 held. 47 is ready. 48 is ready. 49 hold. 50 ready. 51 ready. 52 hold. 53 withdrawn. 54 is ready. 55 hold. 56 hold. 57 is ready. 58, 59, and 60 all hold. 61 is ready. 62 is ready. 63 is ready. 64, 65, 66 are all ready. Holding items 67 and 68, as well as 69 and 70.
70.
Did you find out more information about 70?
Yeah, 70 is ready.
70 is ready. All right, 71 will hold, 72 will hold, 73 hold, 74 ready, 75 ready, 76 hold, and 77. I'm going to call 77 ready.
Thank you.
That's all. You're welcome.
Councilor Driscoll.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 78 and 79. 78 is an amendment to the taxi ordinance. I believe this is all ready to go, unless anyone has any questions on it. You good? And number 79, my appointment of Cynthia Brunson to the Citizens Review Board is also ready to go.
Thank you. And just a note for Cynthia Brunson, new appointee. She lost her daughter last night, so please keep her in prayer.
Yeah.
Councilor Rudd.
I have a waiver item. I have waiver item number 80. It's to advertise a public hearing for the annual estimate of the city and school district.
And with that, I need a motion to adjourn. Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Adjourn.